Welcome to Australia, guys, and welcome to sunny Queensland, where we are on this CLB 65. CL for Cheoy Lee. I reckon, jump into the comments if you do recognise that name. This is a factory or a yard that's been around for well over 100 years, 5 generations, and we even have one of the family owners on board with us. So if I can grab him for a few minutes, I will get him behind the camera and have a chat to you guys. So this is the very detailed tour. For those of you who are seriously interested in buying one of these and want to see what she's like, inshore, offshore, fast and slow, stabilisation and fuel burn, we've covered that. It's a separate video and you can see that at the end of this demonstration. My name's Dan Jones, you're watching Dan's Boat Life. And yeah, let's just get cracking because we're going to run out of light. It's winter here in Australia. It's about to be winter. Is it winter? I think in a couple of days, June's going to start and then it's officially winter. So shorter days at this time of year. Doing a lot of traveling, if you haven't noticed. I think I've done 45 flights so far, so I'm getting confused what hemispheres I am in sometimes. But super impressive, dry, comfortable hull on this boat. If you are looking for volume, if you are looking for a real home that you can circumnavigate the country on, I'm serious about that, this could be worthy of your attention. She feels like a little ship, but she's IPS. We're running D13 Volvos, so you've got the joystick control that many of you are going to be used to, but we have an incredible amount of space, which is going to enable lots of activities and lots of families. We have 3 double cabins with heads, plus a crew cabin. Optional can also be a storage space. So we're going to go right through the entire boat, but we'll start up here on the flybridge, obviously, and then we'll make our way down and check out all the cabins. So just check out this upper helm. I just want to pay particular attention to this beautifully comfortable helm seat. We do have the flip down footrests here. This has got all the adjustment in the world. It'll go forward and back. We can also adjust the seat rest, and we've got the keypad control for the skipper. So actually, can you step out on this side? I always wonder about that. If you're skinny, yeah, sure, but otherwise you're going to go in front of the skipper if you've got to leave this helm station. Just have a look at your sight lines. Yes, you can see the anchor really, really easily. And also, if you want to park this boat from up here, you don't have to because we've got dual wing stations. Just take a look down there from my sight line. I can see the transom, all right? So I can see it from here without having to hang my head out over the side. And if I do hang my head out over the side, just bring the camera here, Andrew, and let's have a look. You can see all of this and forward. So lots of control and communication with anyone that's going to be going forward to disconnect the safety on the anchor, for example, or hang a fender, and big high safety lines, which we'll check out. So people of an older age or less comfortable are going to be really, really happy on this boat. Dual Garmin's. Got our Ritchie compass just here, electronic throttles, joystick, VHF just there. That is, looks like spotlight control, but I'm actually not too sure. We've got two cup holders just there. We've got the bow thruster, that's a side power bow thruster just there. That's your anchor, windlass operation, fusion just there. And that looks like a couple of USBs for charging. Nice lounging space around here, very, very comfortable. We do have a storage space for the cushions, and there is a cover that will go over these foam cushions here so you don't have to remove them at the end of the day. Shade all around, heaps of shade, including all these removable shade cloths. So good for the tropics, but this particular roof, it's all done in carbon fiber, and that's going to be one of the points that I noticed in the test drive video. The construction of this hull, it's very, very nice. It's very, very comfortable through the waves. It's quite dry, but they've incorporated carbon in all the necessary areas. It feels like a really high quality hull. And by putting carbon up on the top up here, you keep the center of weight, the center of weight further lower down in the boat is what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't rock around. But we do have the fin stabilizers on at the moment, so pay attention. We do have a bit of wind. We have some boat wash happening today, and you'll see how solid the boat is. So that's your lounging space there. Everyone's protected up until where I am here, and then you're moving under the shade just there. So we have another entertainment space here. We've got this beautiful table just here, high, lots of coats of varnish on that. And then we've got storage in here. That's where I put all the cushions when we go fast. And we've got a Barbie just above here. So that looks like an electric hot plate. Got the big fridge here. I'm throwing cushions around. And we've got the stainless steel sink and this stone top. It feels like stone. It could be made out of something else, but it's a very, very nice finish. And then a little bit of storage for all the actual covers underneath just there. So underneath this sunshade, that's held up with these carbon poles just here. So they store down below, and then you've just got 1, 2, 3, 4 attachment points. But this space here is optional. You can put a tender up here if you choose. So whilst we've got the world's biggest swim platform drop down on this boat for a big tender, we can put a more moderately sized one up here if you want to run the boat with 2 tenders. So it is a very serious cruising boat. Next thing, we've got this gate just here, so we can enclose this. That's quite sensible. But if you are in the rough seas, we've got the proper door here for complete protection as well. Lots of stainless all the way around for handholds. That's something I've noticed right throughout this boat today. You're never going to be falling over on this thing because there's a lot of things to grab onto. So come on downstairs and let's check out the next level. So that's the picture I want you guys to pay attention to, because this could be your boat life. But I'm going to take you through the main deck first, and we'll go up to the bow, then we'll check out the swim platform, and then we'll go into the saloon. So wing station on starboard, another one on port. Massive fuel tank on the center line. You fill it up from here, twin skins. It's a fiberglass construction and it's low and in the middle where it needs to be. Pay attention to the overhang just here, giving you a little bit of protection if you were operating this wing station. So you are still going to be protected from any rain. Got a fair lead just here, opening gate just here, and look at the height. Look at the height. The boat doesn't really rock around very much, particularly with these fin stabilizations active. It's a super safe boat to send people forward. So if you're thinking about that, I wouldn't worry. But if you need to exit the boat, you have the option of using this starboard helm door here, just aft of the primary helm station. So it's all flat decks until you get to this one step here, but we're still, check out the space in terms of the height of the railing all the way forward, super safe. And just appreciate the amount of space we got up here. This is lovely. We've got a beautiful big shade, got the carbon poles, we have to store them down in the crew space. Lots of storage underneath these sun lounge. I think I'll put my sunnies on actually. The sun's getting quite low, and this would be quite a nice place to hang out at the end of the day. How good's that? But you can stow fenders underneath here. I think you could even put these cushions away. If you didn't want to put a cover over these cushions, you could probably chuck them down in here as well, because we've got the same on this side. And under here, we also have more storage. Have a look at that. You could put covers that go over all of these seats. You could roll them up and stow them in here as well. So that's all pretty good. All right, we've got drink holders, we've got pop-up lights just here, same again on the other side, and fender and rope storage on both sides, accessible through lockers like this. So that's nice and handy. We've got some speakers just in there, so that's gonna allow this area to be quite fun when you're pumping the tunes. And let's go forward. This is our up-down for the anchor operation. We've got the fairleads, cleats, and great big anchor locker, which I've got like a ship fender. Where'd you get that fender from, Andrew? That's definitely not for this boat. Must have come from the boat show. But you've got your breaker. It looks like a breaker there for the windlass. And then you can see the stainless steel tube taking the chain below the fake floor. So this is a great storage area for extra fenders and lines forward with an even step, but all the chain goes below that, so you can manage this space quite easily. And there's a claw safety which just goes on here to secure the chain. That's a freshwater washdown, and plenty of clearance with this design of bow for the chain to go down and not hit the front of the boat. So no nonsense anchoring, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make there. And you know, if you're looking at this boat from the perspective of you and your wife running the thing for extended cruising, yes, this is a sensible boat to be looking at it for that purpose. Keep moving. So we got waist out just here on the deck, and then we go down this one step. So really good handholds, fair leads just here as well. Another opening gate just here on port. We don't have any opening doors because we actually have a drop down window. So cross flow ventilation from that door here, this window, and then with the whole back open, super nice. But pay attention to the aft facing camera just there. So that's going to give you a little bit of viz on this side, because on the starboard side you can just hang your head out, and that's all you need to do. So now I also like this boat's been spec'd up for Australia. We step onto the teak back here. I love how we haven't carried the teak all the way forward. That's just adding unnecessary maintenance in a country like ours where the sun wants to kill everything. So that's your port wing station. Just check out your viz forward, and then just pay attention because we have the stair on starboard but not on port, because the crew station is below us. That's what you see. If you're coming in on port, you just have to allow enough time to walk a couple of steps over to the starboard side and down there, which we'll do in 1 second. But first we need to check out this beautiful lunching spot. So we are completely protected from the overhang here, and then with this shade behind us, you're going to knock out all the low light at the end of the day. And this is a beautiful big table, very, very nice. And this one goes forward and aft. So is that just for if you have a huge belly? I guess or maybe it's if you need to go up and go to the toilet. I think that's what it's for. Okay, so we've got Fusion stereo control in here, storage, and more storage on this side. You could probably option this up with fridges if you spoke to the factory. And we've got this similar stone finish that we store upstairs as well. Before we go inside, come with me and let's check out the swim platform. Engine access in there, or one of the possible engine access spots in there, and we will go right through the engine bay. I think we'll leave that to the very end because I think most of you want to see the accommodation first. But I just have to bring you to this swim platform. It's properly epic. I'm going to step this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus. What's the actual beam, do you reckon? 6.05. That's got about a metre stride there. So this is huge. Just think about the size of tender you could get on the back here with some appropriate chocks. You got these slots here to allow the air and the water to pass through when she drops down. But do you know when you are pulling into a dock, perhaps not your own dock, which you're probably going to be doing, you're going to be cruising up and down the coast and going to new destinations. When you have your tender set up just for your dock, you might only have access on one side, port or starboard, but with 6 meters beam, you are easily going to be able to walk around and pass by the tender and get to the dock. So once again, if you're trying to run this boat, just you and the missus, that's a real important thing, because if you're trying to climb over an outboard engine and some, securing straps or whatever the hell's going on back here, that's kind of awkward when you're trying to get the lines, tied up and secured. So we've got our swim shower in here, hot and cold. Fair leads going through here, got a nice grab handle there. This is access into the crew space and straight through into the engine bay, which we'll come back to. Shore power plugs in here, and let's go enjoy the saloon. Okay. So just come straight in and get a vibe of this interior. I just want you to soak all this up, guys. I think it's got timeless. Is that a word we're going to say? It's modern. I don't think this is going to go out of fashion. Like the colors that we're using here, the timber and the pallets on the upholstery, and even the terry toweling, it's quite cool. To me, this says holiday, this says weekend, but it also, it's not over the top. I quite like it. So let's go through the galley. You've got a deep sink just here. We've actually got a dishwasher, a Bosch dishwasher in there. We've got storage underneath here. We're actually utilizing this space because you've got an empty void in here, which would ordinarily be difficult to get to, but they have thought of that. That's quite clever. I like that. So that's neat. Boom, boom. Simple. Seems to work. And then we've got storage. We've got burners, 1, 2, 3 burners just here. Bosch. We've got the oven, more storage, fridge, 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 freezer, freezer, 3 drawers. So it's all going on, and having protection here and here. Remember how I was saying lots of things to hold on to? Lots of places to brace yourself. So if you are doing some cooking whilst underway, it's going to be comfortable. That will pop up. It's probably, I think it's that button. There you go. And that should be a charging station. If you haven't already noticed, this folds up on a gas strut just here. And this is a big stainless steel framed window and a huge solid stainless steel door. They do all of this stuff in-house at CL. These guys, they're the master craftsmen. They don't just build pleasure boats. Do you remember that big, stonking great big container ship that got jammed in the Suez Canal? Well, the tugboats that were yanking that thing free and probably rescuing your Christmas presents were made by these guys. So there's a trick to this. There it is. Okay, that's your pantry, just there. And then we've got this L-shaped dinette just here. This is a nice little place to have a meal. And if we pop this up, you've got drink holders in there. That's all done in teak. Got a grab handle. It's kind of cute. And then we go forward into what feels like the relaxation zone. One thing I'm going to point out, the air conditioning is fantastic. We've got the tropical aircon. I can feel it wafting from all of these vents. So I was in Singapore last week. It is hot there. Gets really hot here in Australia too. This has been made for our climate and it's noticeable. It's really, really good. So much so the girls were asking me to turn it off before because they were getting cold. I like cool air. So this is terry toweling. And it's great. This is really, you could fall asleep and just soak up the views here. That's the drop down window just there that I was talking about before. So if you want to have the natural air flowing through, this is your option. And if you want some privacy, you've got these blinds all the way around. So that's full privacy should you choose. Even in the corners just there, the blinds will fill in as well. Forward, you're going to have an external mesh cover if you want to get some privacy forward. But just check out this unique little looking coffee table. There's more going on. You actually, boom, boom. How cool is that? So now it's another place. So if you've got a couple of or more people that need to have a meal, some kids, 1, 2, 3 could eat here. You could have a couple of people eating there, and then all the adults eating out the back, and you've obviously got more choice upstairs and forward too. So isn't that cool? I don't think there's storage underneath these seats. I think it's all proper lounges. This unit here, nice timber, is actually an electric pop-up TV. So a big flat screen TV here, and this is your drink station, I guess we're going to call it. We've got some entertainment in there, but that's a wine cooler there. What are these? I think that's just something from the boat show. So this just looks like a usable space to make some cocktails if you need. And when you come up this one step into this part of the saloon, the roof raises as well. So it looks like they're giving you the equal amount of headroom all the way through. Got the Bose sound system thing just there. And forward, we've got storage. We use this suction thing and we can actually see that, quite deep. Lots and lots of storage options. Same again on the other side. That's actually a magnet. I thought it was the suction. Kind of works well. Drink holder, nice timber. Good to see the rounded edges. You know, I have cut myself on a few boats in the last few weeks when they haven't rounded off those edges, and I've been in a seaway and you just end up bumping into things. So it's nice to see that sort of thing. Here we are, lower helm. This is where we want to activate the power from. We've got the key fob. We could start our day from here, and we've got our twin Garmin displays. But just pay attention to see what I see. Nice sight line, straight over the dash. We do have a loss of visibility here and there, but I think if you sit back, once again, you can regain that visibility. So just pay attention to that. If that's an issue for you, you can always just move your head and get it back. So we've got our stabilizer control just here, our Garmin here. This is the joystick, electronic throttles, start, stop, ignition, Dometic just here. This is our Garmin buy data to give us some more information just there. That's our anchor control, side power, windscreen wiper control just there. The wheels fixed. It's quite nice actually. But this helm chair is lovely. Let me just show you guys, because a lot of you are tall, so it goes all the way forward like that. So me, even I would struggle. Actually, yeah, that's too far forward, but let me bring it all the way back. I'm just losing my microphone. Okay, and I'll show you how much leg room you've got. Quite a few of you tall guys were commenting about this in a previous video. So 5'7", there you go, heaps of space. And then can I do it? No, I can't do it here. I can bring it all the way forward, and I've got my joystick, or I've got my keypad control just here for the Garmin should I need it, but I would just be sticking it on autopilot and eating up the miles from here, because it is quite a quiet, smooth and comfortable ride. So that generally equates. Look at the grandparents on the jet ski. Are they? Oh, I thought they were grandparents. Oh yes, there's granddad on the jet ski. That's Queensland. That's awesome. They are living life. Grey nomads. We're going to have to come up with another name for that, because they're doing a lot better than the average grey nomad. Come on downstairs and let's check out the accommodation. So you're down a few stairs, but first I just want you to pay attention to this Silvertex finish and how they've complemented it with the timber. It gives you quite a nice vibe. Again, it's not over the top. I don't think this is going to date. I think it's quite pleasant. So I thought that was good. I hope you do too. Come into the VIP. It's pretty big. So volume, space is the theme once again. Couple of windows outside to side. Maybe it would be nice if they were a little bit bigger, but then again, this is not the master. Then you've got a couple opening ports forward. These vents across the top here are the air conditioning. So it's very, very noticeable. Excellent for a hot climate. Escape hatch and natural ventilation through the middle here. And you do even have a ladder underneath just there. More storage, access to the bow thruster under the bed. And that's a heavy, solid construction. We got a couple little storage nooks on both port and starboard. Look like this. You got charging for your phone as well. Got some reading lights. So it's all very pleasant, and you're on some soft carpet. And here with the TV on the wall, you've got this makeup station that pops up like that. Could be good for a bit of laptop work session as well. And then you've got the lights that pop on. Beautiful timber lined. Why would you have a mirror there? Oh, because you do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So the design of the bulkhead actually is recessed. So when you open this door, it gives you a stand-up mirror. How do you? Oh, you just got to reach up here, I guess. Okay. Yep, that works. I'm happy with that. And then on the starboard side, okay, air conditioning control, couple of drawers underneath. That's why we see these vents just here. And this door is our private access into the head. Let's go through this door. So that's coming from the companionway, and this is, okay. Yep, this works. Okay, I've got enough space. So, huge shower. That looks quite big. Let's go in there. This is Italian stone, I believe, or Italian stone or marble, Andrew? Tile, Italian tile that's been cut to fit in these bathrooms. Got stainless steel drains there. This is huge. This is actually quite luxurious. It's a proper wet area, fiberglass all around. Got one of these showers, things that go up and down, and the drain's there. So that's kind of unique design, I guess, but I guess the water's going to collect to go that way, and it's all going to drain just there. Look at the sink. It's kind of cool. It's very different. I like what they're doing here. It's just simple timber, couple of different colors, and it's quite elegant. Plenty of space there on the loo. Does this mirror open? Oh, yep, it does. So we've got these strip lights for the girls when they're doing makeup. We can put all the soap and stuff behind. You're probably going to get fingerprints on the bottom corner of that mirror though, so just have something to clean it. So these doors have all got little stoppers on them when you open them, but you come through this door here, Andrew, and let's go, actually before we do, let's have a look under the stairs. This is always fun. So here we can see the tanks. You've got tankage, and you can see the inspection ports. They've all got inspection ports. They're fiberglass built into the stringers. So probably actually also adds rigidity to the hull, which I was feeling going through the waves today. It's not a boat that has a lot of flex in it. It's quite comfortable, feels very, very solid, but I know that they've backed up a lot of those critical areas with carbon fiber. So come into the kiddies cabin, come in and close the door because I've got to give you guys some perspective. So these singles will come together manually to create a double. See under at my feet, each bed has a drawer. So you actually just tap them like that. Anyway, I need to do that better. And that opens and there's a drawer, and same again on the center line. We've got reading lights here and here. This bed is a little bit narrower than that bed. So when it's together, it's going to be a nice double. And then the smaller kid should take this one, the bigger kid should take that one. Nicer, bigger window compared to the VIP. Bit of a TV, the epic air conditioning, and the Bose stereo. And we also have some hanging and our own, just stick the camera in there and let everyone appreciate it. Really, really nice, hugely spacious toilet and separate shower. Like that's going to be more spacious than a lot of people's apartment homes. So come with me, let's make our way towards the master. So we go down one step, and then I need to show you, so that's open. Check this out. So we've got the washer dryer set up here. So this is perfect for a lot of your towels and that sort of stuff that are not in use, or your spare towels. So it's proper laundry area. And once again, I think this combination of this timber with the Silvertex and set back with the lighting, it's quite pleasant. That's a little stopper just there. There's our light controls, but come on in and let's soak up the master. Now this is where you notice that 6 meters of beam that we were pacing out on the swim platform, because yeah, this is basically a dance floor in here. It's huge, lots of headroom, beautiful big windows, opening ports on either side. But just look at this area we've got to play with here. It's an office if you want it to be. It's obviously a makeup station. We've got a safe underneath us just here. I've got storage. I've got drawers just in here. And I've got power as well. So I can have devices on charge. I can really set that up. And in this location of the boat, you're not going to need to worry so much about things sliding and going away. You've got these fiddles anyway, but I'd be happy probably just to leave a laptop and a few things on charge there, even if I was running offshore, because we're not up in the bow where it moves around so much. The bed's huge. We've got more storage. See these drawers at my feet? Same again, like we saw in the other cabin. Forward and on port and starboard of the bed, we have that storage. We've got hanging locker in here. Oh, we've got another stand-up full mirror again. But see this door? That is another emergency escape for the engine room. So there's actually 3 access points into the engine room, which is quite sensible. I like seeing that. What's in here? Oh, more. Oh, is that open? Oh, look at this. More hanging. What are these? Oh, little funky drawers. Okay. Is this a little hiding spot in here for something? Oh, that's cool. I feel like you could probably put valuables in there and then just stick like a shoebox on top of it. No one will know it's there. If you were visiting ports that you were not sure about the security, that's where I'd hide things, and I'd put my pretend money in the safe. I'm sure that's what they do in Colombia. So isn't that cool? So couple of drawers on either side of the bed. It's actually wider here on the starboard side, and then a beautiful space. Actually, I'd probably put my throw cushions off my bed in here. That kind of makes sense. You can also do it up here if you need, and you've got space underneath here. I like that we've got this raised piece here. Just gives you more options. Plenty of drawers, and they all appear to be soft close. And what are these ones? Oh, there you go. So more storage, couple of shelves all the way forward and aft. But the best bit we've left for last. So nice finishing on the roof here, flat screen TV, all backlit, but it's a really pleasant, huge bathroom. So just check this out for space. Look how much space. I'm going to pace this out. 1, 2, 3+ meters of space in the head. We've got a massive shower in here. You know, you could really live on this boat for a long period of time, and this is more than acceptable. Got the nice towel rack. Probably could do with a heated towel rack. Now that I've experienced a heated towel rack in Europe, I don't think I can go back to the standard ones. So just think about that for next time, guys. We've got more storage behind here, and this looks like marble, and we got these same sinks. We got his and hers. Really, really good setup. This is great. You know, you can spend a long period of time on this boat and be happy. Heaps of space on the head. Big blokes aren't going to have a problem here. Loo roll holder. You don't even have to worry about it getting wet because the shower's all the way over there. And I like that we can hang a couple of beach towels and have our bath towels here, because you're going to be doing that as well. Access into the bilge. We'll show that to the Patreons. Wonderful. Super, super cool. So from here, let's go check out the crew space and the engine room, which is epic on this boat. So jump into the comments and let me know if you would option it with a crew space or just use it as a toy storage area. But see this hatch, I pointed it out before. This is the other place that you can escape the engine room should you need. I don't think I pointed out the phone charging just there before. Got it on both sides. So that's kind of handy. I like having charging at places where you're obviously going to sit. So you've probably seen these doors before, the big solid doors, but it comes straight in here, and I've got the genset running. It's been running the whole shoot. Just have a look in there. So we've got a proper head and shower, so that's on the starboard side. I think whether you have crew or not, everyone is going to appreciate that, because you've just been for a swim, you want someone to get changed, that's going to be great. Or if it's just too awkward to do a number 2 in the morning, it's better to come out to this toilet if it's really quiet. But on this side, we've got a bed. You can see I've got all my stuff from the shoot and the boat show stacked up, but it's a wonderful space. We even have a little hanging locker just there, and our fire waterproof door just here. Watch your head, come on in. So this is the ladder going up to that escape hatch that we just walked over before, and that's the one going into the master berth. But I want you to just appreciate, just get a load of the space we have. So I'm 5'7", I'm standing up, I got a couple of inches above my head. We have this one little pillar to worry about, but reasonably tall people can be comfortable in here. Even the big blokes are going to have enough space to operate. Let's just work our way around. So we've got the Volvo Penta IPS 1050, so they're a D13, and you can see the jack shaft just going aft to the IPS drive just after that. We're standing on this checker plate, and then on the starboard corner, we've actually got facility for a night genset, which can be installed should you choose. And all the piping is there and ready to go for a water maker as well, should you choose. You got the extractor fans, the fireboy system, transformers. We've got all of our chilling just happening over here, and then battery boxes, logical, easy to access, and all of our power distribution is going on just here. Everything's in English, easily marked. We've got our house, engines, genset, tender lift breaker, all of our other 240 AC breakers, and then ship to shore control just here. Really, really logically displayed, easy to operate, and you do activate it all from here at the beginning of the day. More chilling just here. You've even got a little workbench space here, I assume, to, you know, you probably put a toolbox. Yeah, you probably put a toolbox in here, I think. That's probably, and you can space for oil just there. You've got your filters, fuel filters just here, and your genset, your primary genset on the port side. It's a very, very well laid out engine space, easy to move around, free of clutter. So big volume boat, this is the kind of vibe that you get on something like this. You're not struggling for any longer term maintenance. So coming out the back, I think that's the boat, guys. I think we've covered everything. So yeah, if you are looking for a serious vessel to spend long periods of time and maybe take large groups out as well, or just feel like you've got a huge amount of space similar to your big fancy home, this is a boat that will do that for you. It's quite an elegant boat. Her lines are going to be quite familiar and draw a lot of appeal from many people, in my opinion. So if that's important to you, it's definitely worthy of your attention. If you're seriously interested in this boat, we've just been driving and we have tested her in the ocean and we ran through all the fuel numbers. So that's going to be a separate video. That's going to be coming up on the screen right now. So I want you to go and look at that if it's of serious interest to you. And if you're a buyer and you want to talk to me and you want to perhaps compare this boat to something else that I've tested, or you want my opinion on another boat that you're trying to compare it with, or just on this boat, you can do that, and you can do it on the Patreon. I'm really, really happy to talk to you guys there. Don't send me a DM. I haven't got time anymore to respond to all the DMs on social media. So talk to me on Patreon. I'm going to film a little bit extra content over there, and anything that we've learnt throughout the day in addition to this video will be on the Patreon. Love you lots, guys. See you on the test drive.